Happy Easter, everybody. A-Bomb welcoming you to Sunday Night Baseball. It is in Cleveland tonight, and it is between the Braves and the Indians. And if you tuned out too early last night, you missed one hell of an ending for the Braves. Braves were down 7-0 in the ballgame and put up a monster comeback in the ninth to score 5 runs and win it. Win the nightcap of the doubleheader. It looked like Braves were about to get swept in the doubleheader, but instead a big-time comeback and the chance to now win this series with a win tonight. So we are about to get underway from Cleveland. Ozzie Albies steps in the box, and he leads things off. He takes ball 1. It is Bieber on the bump for Cleveland tonight. And it's now 2-0 to Ozzie. And hope you were watching the Bone Crusher stream last night. He had the exciting end of that game. And then did the call-in show, did the talk show afterwards and took some calls. That was exciting. And we'll hear from him in just a little bit. The 2-1 pitch to Ozzie. It's fouled away. The Braves are 10-10 coming into tonight's play. The Indians are 12-8. Braves are a game and a half out of first place, but at this time of year, I don't really care what the standings are. And the 2-2 to Albies is a little bit outside. Payoff pitch is fouled away. And let's take a look at Bieber's stats on the year. He's 2-0 with a 1.71 ERA, 22 strikeouts, and a .81 whip. And then Ozzie hits one deep into center, but playable, and that's out number 1. And that'll bring up Josh Donaldson, batting second. He's hitting .243 for the year. And so here's Donaldson. First pitch to him is a strike. And once again, happy Easter if you celebrate that holiday. I had a big meal earlier this afternoon, had some great lamb chops on the grill. They were on point. And Donaldson hits one deep to center. This one's going, gone! Home run, Donaldson. That's what's up. Solo blast puts the Braves up 1-0 in the first. .408 happy feet on that home run. And Donaldson, that is number 3 on the year for him. And Freddie Freeman now up. Fouls the first pitch away. Pitch to Freeman is fouled away. It's 0-2. Donaldson just kind of reached out. It was not a bad pitch, but he went down and got it and drove it to center field. 1-0 good guys. Freddie's under 300, which is a little unusual. He's up there with a .293 average. And it's 2-2 to Freddie. Bieber kicks and fires. It's low. 3-2 to Freddie Freeman. Up there with 1 out and 1 in. Good to see the Bone Crusher on board. Let us know how the video's going. I did do a private stream test a little while ago. It seemed to be okay, but it's unpredictable. Freddie fouls away the 3-2 pitch. We'll do it again. Acuna on deck, and the 3-2 pitch is low. Freddie on first, and Acuna steps in. Acuna had the big double last night in the 9th inning, and that gave the Braves the lead. And so he's up there. 6 home runs on the year, 300 average. And the first pitch is in there, strike 1. And wow, Yahoo measured Josh Donaldson's home run at 414 feet. ESPN had it at like 403. So what's up with that? How are we determining the home run distances, and why are there two separate readings from two different? It's like the weather. One website has it a couple degrees different than the other. But so how does that go? Does anybody know how we measure the home run distance? Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Acuna. Swung on a miss, strike three. 2 outs. Split finger fastball dropped off the table, and Acuna swung on and missed it. And so Markakis steps up. Batting fifth. And so Markakis, 333 on the year, 2 home runs and 15 driven in. And here's the pitch to Markakis. A little bit low. Brian McCann would be next if Markakis can reach. Here's the 2-0 pitch. A little bit low. And a 3-0 pitch due to Markakis. Here it comes. This one is in there. It's 3-1. Braves already showing a trend of taking more pitches per at bat. This season, the Braves have seen 4.1 pitches per plate appearance. Last year, 3.8. So we're being more patient, and we're making the opposing pitcher work a little bit harder. And it's now a 3-2 count. And so a payoff pitch to Markakis. This one is hit fair down the right field line. It's going to be extra bases. Will the run score? Let's see. And bad camera work. And yes, Freddie Freeman did come around from first and score on that double from Markakis. It's 2-0 Braves. Low and in. He went with it. Barely fair down the right field line, rolled all the way to the wall, and Freddie Freeman was able to score. Given RBI to Markakis, he has 16 on the year. That was fair by about 6 inches. And so here's McCann up there with 2 outs and a runner on second. Here's the 0-1 pitch to McCann. Strike 2. And the 0-2 pitch to B-Mac. This one bounces up there. Our live reaction coverage brought to you tonight by treasurehunt.ga. You see them up on the scoreboard. Go to that website and click on Sports Fans. One-two pitch to McCann. Swan is lined. That's going to make it in for a base hit. The shortstop got a glove on it and prevented the run from scoring. Markakis was only able to advance to third, but give a hit to Brian McCann. Runners on the corners with 2 out. And so that sends up Dansby Swanson. And we've got a conference on the mound. Beautiful day in Metro Atlanta, high of about 70. Much better than yesterday. Our high today was 20 degrees higher than yesterday's winter conditions. Looks a little bit cold up in Cleveland, judging by the way the players are dressed. We know it's going to get cold when the sun goes down up in the CLE. All right, so Shane Bieber back on the hill. He has thrown 30 pitches so far in the first inning. And number 31 is on its way to Dansby. It's low. Ball 1 for Dansby. 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. And he's up there with a .258 average. 1-0 pitch is low. (3-0) now to Dansby. And they're showing Charlie Culberson and Dansby sort of in a split screen. And yes, it's hard to tell them apart. Culberson does have the beginnings of a mullet, so that's about the only way to differentiate the two. 3-0 pitch is right through there for Dansby. It's 3-1. Three-one pitch is a strike. Three-two pitch with runners on the corner, so the man on first will be running on the pitch. That's Brian McCann. Here comes that 3-2. It is. Oh, it was outside, but called strike 3. Dansby was already on his way to first base. The ball was outside, as evidenced by the strike zone graphic, and Swanson is arguing. But the inning is over. That's the top of the first. The Braves send 7 men to the plate and score twice. It is Braves 2, Cleveland coming up to bat. Let's step aside for this timeout. A-Bomb with you on Coast to Coast. Bottom of the first coming up. Bottom of the first, and here's your Taco Bell starting lineup. Francisco Lindor, shortstop for Cleveland. He hit 38 home runs last year. Leonis Martin, Jose Ramirez, Carlos Santana, cleanup, and the rest of the lineup coming up in just a bit. And we're getting set for Max Fried. 2-0 record, a 0.92 ERA, 12 strikeouts, 4 walks, and the pitch to Lindor is a little bit inside. Actually, it's a strike. Strike one. The left-hander delivers, and that one is lofted to center field, and it's out number one. Alex Rodriguez really likes this guy, Max Fried, and so do I. He seems to be the most promising of our young guys. Not a whole lot of sample size to go off of to make that opinion, but so far, he's been great in the early going. The 1-0 pitch is popped up, and it will be Donaldson taking care of that. Out number two very quickly. And so here we are. That is ball one to Jose Ramirez. 158 batting average. And the 1-0 pitch is a little bit inside, 2-0. Pitch fouled away. It's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Ramirez. This one is fouled away. It is 2-2. Santana on deck if Ramirez can reach base. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled away. And the 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. And the 3-2 pitch. It is high. Ball 4. 2-out walk. I'm glad to have the Bone Crusher on board. Crusher, go ahead and give us an update on our stream health. Everything looks good from this end. All right. So runner at first, 2 outs. And here comes Santana. 397 average on the year. 1 home run and 13 driven in. Strike one. Throw over first, runner back safely. And here comes an 0-1 pitch. To Santana. Swung on and missed on the curveball. Uncle Charlie in the house. And so with 2 outs, an 0-2 pitch on the way. It is low. It's 1-2. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Santana. It's dead to first base. Fried looks in for the sign. Here comes pitch number 15 from him. And it's high. It's 2-2. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Rockies beat the Phillies today, 4-1 in Colorado. And Fried stretches and deals high. Ball 3, full count. And so 3-2 and 2 out. Runner on first will get a head start. And the pitch is ball 4, apparently. And he did not go. He checked his swing. So a couple of 2-out walks have runners on first and second. And that one was indeed a strike, according to ESPN's Strike Zone Laser Cam. Carlos González up there with a couple of ducks on the pond and 2 outs. Strike one. .278, no home runs, and 1 single RBI on the year for Carlos González. He's only played in 5 big league games this year, however. Started the season in AAA. And here's the 0-1 pitch. A little bit low. Kipnis on deck for Cleveland. There are 2 outs, however. And so the 1-1 pitch. Swung and a missed. And it's 1-2. With 2 outs, runners on first and second. Let's get them right here. Pitch looked good here, but it's called a ball. It's 2-2. He wanted that strike. It was a strike. ESPN has the special 3D laser cam for Sunday Night Baseball, which clearly showed that was a strike. I'm glad they're highlighting these bad calls. And most people are ready for the umps to take a seat and let the technology take over. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled away. And a 2-2 pitch due to González. Here it comes. Ball 3 outside. So what looked like a really quick inning. First 2 batters got out with no more than about 5 pitches thrown. And now we've had 2 consecutive 2-out walks and a 3-2 count on the batter. And here comes the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Ball 4. Bases jammed. And, you know, the kid is getting frustrated. He wanted a couple of those strikes. I think it's gotten to him a little bit. He needs to regroup. And Alex Rodriguez said it right there. He said Alex Fried should be in the dugout right now, but instead he's out there. And, you know, but that's part of the game. You know, unfortunately, the umps are still a big part of the game. And so in the current rules, the way the rules currently stand, you've just got to deal with it. First pitch is low. Nowhere to put. Kipnis. Kipnis batting .333 and a 1-0 pitch on its way. This one is a fly ball into center field. That'll be out number 3. So bases loaded, nobody able to score. But Max Fried did have to throw a lot of extra pitches in the first inning. We go to the second. Braves are up 2-0 on Cleveland. Matt Joyce, the DH tonight. He's leading off the top of the second. Inciarte and then Ozzie Albies due up in the Braves half of the second. Braves have a 2-0 lead. And the 1-1 pitch to Joyce outside. Good to see we've got a second screener. And Joyce hits one down the right field line. That's fair and into the corner. And runner will end up with a stand-up double to lead off the second. We are your best option for the second screen experience. If you're watching at home, if you're out on the road, make sure to lock us in. And so Matt Joyce making just his second start on the season. Leads off the Braves second with a double. And here's Inciarte. He's batting 9th tonight. And the first pitch to him is a strike right down the middle. And Enter Inciarte almost at the Mendoza level. He's at 197 on the year. Let's hope he can escape the month of April over 200. And it's quickly 0-2 on Ender. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Bieber. Swung on and missed. A little bit of high heat. And that is a strikeout. Third strikeout tonight for Shane Bieber. And that will bring up Ozzie. All right, so here we go. Ozzie Albies up there. He is 0 for 1. He flied out deep to center field to lead off the game. And that one hit him on the foot, or did it? I guess it wasn't. Well, the umpire called it a foul ball. Ozzy's walking down to first. Let's see what the ruling is. Oh, yeah. It got him on the foot. And so, it is indeed a hit batsman. Runners on first and second with one out. Donaldson stroked a bomb to center field last time up. First pitch, swung and I missed. Freddie Freeman on deck. And 0-1 pitch to Donaldson. He takes it high. Bieber looks in for the sign. And then Donaldson calls timeout. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. We'll get you for some scores from around the league coming up in just a bit. And right now, a 1-2 pitch is due to Donaldson. This one is gone. 2 home runs on the day for Donaldson. And that one's a 2-run job. 4-0 Braves. Donaldson. Home runs in his first and second at-bats of the night. In 2 consecutive innings. That one was hit so high, I had to wait for just a second to make sure it wasn't going to come down on the warning track. That was a high fastball, and he pulled it. Nice swing, number 4 on the season for Donaldson. And my apologies, it's 5-0. I forgot that there were 2 guys on base, including Ozzy Albies, who had just gotten hit by a pitch in the previous at-bat. 5-0 Bravos. 398 feet. That's how ESPN measures it. Let's see what Yahoo says. And so Freeman up there with 1 out, nobody on. Freddie Freeman launches one. But it's going to be caught right up against the wall on the warning track. That's out number 2. All right, so this one was close. Yahoo has this one at 399. ESPN had it at 398. But that first home run Donaldson hit, they were like 20 feet difference on the two measuring systems. And so Acuna up there with nobody on, 2 out. Braves have put up a 3 spot. 0-1 pitch is fouled away. Oh, 2 pitch is outside to Acuna. One, 2 pitch is low. Two pitch bounces up there. We're in the second inning, and Bieber's thrown 55 pitches. Number 56 is lined into right field for out number 3. So the Braves put up 3 in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. It's all Braves, 5-0 over Cleveland. A-Bomb and our award-winning show Coast to Coast will return. We're underway in the bottom of the second. Braves have a crooked number up already. And Roberto Perez, the Indians catcher, up there, and he has a 1-1 count. Let's hope Fried has a better inning. He did make some damage control happen after he loaded the bases with 2 outs on 3 consecutive walks. But he got out of it, and now he gives up a single to right field. And that's how the Indians lead off the bottom of the second. Single for Cleveland. We're glad you could spend your Easter evening here with us. Hope you had a wonderful holy day. And now it is. It is. Wait for it. Bowers, who lifts this one into left field. Acuna camps under that. That's one out. Runner returns to first base. And now Naquin steps in. This will be his first at bat of the game. And first pitch to Naquin is in there for strike. He's batting .236. One home run and 3 driven in. 0-1 pitch is just outside. One pitch. This one is a strike. It's 1-2. Yes, we'd love to hit 80 subs tonight. Be a part of history and make it happen. So a 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. 2 outs. And that was a curveball, as A-Rod calls it his money pitch. Indeed. Lindor, and the top of the order back up for Cleveland with 2 outs, and there's strike 1. Another curveball. Oh, 1 pitch, just a little bit outside. It's 1-1. Okay, 1-1 pitch from Fried. Here it comes. Swung on a missed. Lindor gets set. He's ready for the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Swung on a miss. Strike 3. That was way outside. Nicely done. And that gets us to the 3rd inning now. We head to the top of the 3rd. It's all Braves. Braves up 5-0. We're in the top of the third. And Markakis up there. He has an 0-2 count on him now. And the 0-2 to Markakis. Fouled away. Is that other Cleveland play-by-play reaction guy doing the game? Bone Crusher? That could be where some of our audience is, over on that guy's stream. There's a fat guy who does the Cleveland play-by-play reaction. And he's got a bunch of subs, so he could be taking away my audience right now. And so an 0-2 count to Markakis. And finally an 0-2 pitch to Markakis. Swan is hit back to the pitcher, who underhands over to first base, out number 1 in the third. My name's A-Bomb. Glad you could be with us on your Easter Sunday. We come to you from Metro Atlanta. Beautiful day here today. High about 70. But it's a little cool right now at night. And so there's McCann up in the batter's box. .273 average so far on the year. 1 home run, 7 RBIs reached on an error earlier tonight. And this one is driven into the gap, and it bounces off the wall, and he is going to end up at second base with a double, and he barely made it in there. He kind of lollygagged around first, and he did have to slide in. Looked like it was going to be a stand-up double, but he had to slide at the last second and barely made it to the bag. So McCann at second base with 1 out. That'll bring up Dansby. And so Dansby getting set. And he takes strike 1. They're joking about how long it took McCann to get to second base, and that's true. Dansby hits one to the third baseman, drops it, picks it up, and by the time he throws to first, it's too late. Dansby is on base. Runners on first, and, well, where did McCann end up? Let's see. Going to be a base hit all the way. Would have been a difficult play for the third baseman. And it looked like McCann was not able to advance, so he's still on second base. And we've got a pitching change in the third inning. So we'll be right back. The Braves are up 5-0. And Coast to Coast will return. All right, we're back after the pitching change. And it's Joyce, the designated hitter for the Braves tonight. He is in, and let's see who the pitcher is. Olson on the hill for Cleveland, and the first pitch is inside to Joyce. Matt Joyce, 267 in limited play, 2 home runs. And at least one of those came in a pinch hitting role. And Olson? Deals a strike. It's 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 to Joyce. Swung on a missed. Yeah, thanks for getting us up to 78. Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll hit 80 tonight. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Matt Joyce is down on strikes. So with 2 outs now and runners on first and second, it will be, wait for it, Ender Enciarte. Coming up next, he's batting 194 on the season. We got to get him. We got to get him going. 198. It's acceptable in April because you can still recover from that. But we're kind of getting late in April, and Ender needs to get it going. Zane Myers anywhere live streaming the game? I'm sure there's somewhere. Well, I know that the Fox Sports app has it if you're a Charter customer or whatever, cable customer. But good luck finding it if you're not a subscriber, like a cable subscriber. However, the Bone Crusher may know a place where you can find it. Thank you so much on the pipes. We'll see if they hold out. My voice does start to get a little tired in some of these long games. So that's why I have to take a little break in between innings, but we'll try to keep it going as long as we can. And this pitch is hit down the line. Fair ball. That's going to roll into the corner, and somebody's going to score. And it's Brian McCann, and it's 6-0. Ender Enciarte, a little 2-out magic. Give him an RBI, and the rally continues. That run is charged to Bieber, even though he's not pitching anymore. He was on the mound when Brian McCann got on base. And then Ozzie Albies goes the other way. That's going to score at least 1. Throw home. And so 2 runs have scored. And then Ozzie is in a pickle. He's tagged out. But not before the Braves put up 3 more runs in the top of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Braves 8. And the Tribe, nothing. A-Bomb is your host, and the show is Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. 8-0 Braves. So we go to the bottom of the third. Martin leads it off for Cleveland, and that one is strike 2, fouled away. And we promised you a scoreboard update. So let's take a look around the league. The Yankees in 10 innings beat Kansas City 7-6. It's a final in Baltimore where the Twins beat the Orioles 4-3. It was Detroit 4, the White Sox 3. That one's final. Also in Miami, it's a final where the Nationals beat the Marlins 5-0. San Francisco 3, Pittsburgh 2. That's a final. In 11 innings, the Red Sox beat Tampa Bay 4-3. It was the Dodgers 6, Milwaukee 5, St. Louis 6, the Mets 4. And moving right along, all other games are final except for the one we're watching right now. And we've got one out, by the way, as a game broke out in the middle of my scoreboard update. And so Max Fried now has a 1-1 count against Ramirez. It was the Cubs 2, the Diamondbacks 1. Texas and Houston slugged it out. It was the Rangers 11, the Astros 10. 1-1 pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-2. It was the Angels 8, the Seattle Mariners 6. That's a final. It was Toronto 5, Oakland 4, and finally San Diego beat the Reds 4-3. All those scores in that update brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And so as we see, the Braves have gone to town. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third. It is 8-0. And Josh Donaldson so far has had 2 home runs in 2 at-bats. Ninja Pro Laser back here. I remember that handle from a couple weeks ago. Welcome back. Happy Easter. And we are done with the third inning all of a sudden. So let me step away and take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back for the 4th inning. And let's rock this time. We're going to rock it out in between innings. Yes. We are rocking your balls off on a Sunday night. And, oh, you know, I thought we were about ready to start the fourth inning, but we've got A-Rod doing a demonstration, and apparently we are ready for baseball. A game broke out in the middle of his demonstration. They finally cut to the split screen about a second after that pitch was delivered, and it's Donaldson. And he has homered his first two at-bats, and now he has singled in his third at-bat. He leads off the Braves' fourth with a single. 2 home runs and a single on the night. Not too shabby for the Braves' third baseman and former MVP. Cody Anderson now pitching for Cleveland. This is their third pitcher on the night so far. Sean Bieber was not able to get out of the second inning, or I'm sorry, the third inning. He was not able to get out of the third inning. And now Freddie Freeman is up there with a 1-1 count on him. And now we cut back to Alex Rodriguez wearing a suit and giving a batting demonstration. Is anybody watching this? Crusher, are you getting this? And a pitch all the way to the wall, and the runner advances to second base. So Donaldson on second with nobody out. And glad to have a good audience on board on a Sunday night, primetime baseball. That's right. Hit for the cycle indeed. Yeah, Quan, that is a possibility. He's definitely got the at-bats to do it. He's only in the fourth inning. So a single, 2 home runs. Now he needs the triple and the deuce. Freddie Freeman hits one into the gap. And it's cut off, so he's only going to get a single, but the run scores. It's 9-0 Braves. Donaldson scores the run and give an RBI to Freddie. And the Braves have scored in every inning so far. So nobody out. Runner on first. Runner already in. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. way outside to him. It's 2-0. 9 runs, 9 hits for the Braves. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 errors for Cleveland. Yes, Bob Horner, we remember when he had the 4 home runs, and the Braves still lost that ball game. And here's the 2-1 to Acuna. Bounces up there. It's 3-1. So, what is the fat guy saying up there? You need to try to get him on your show, by the way. And Acuna laces one into left field. That one's in for a base hit. Still nobody out, and runners on first and second. Yes, we do only broadcast Braves games. In fact, they're broadcast on my channel, on my YouTube channel, and they're broadcast on John Wilson's channel. You see him. He's our moderator. He's known as the Bone Crusher. Go ahead and click on his dots over there and subscribe to his channel. He will also have Braves games. Thanks for asking. And Markakis up there. And he takes one in the dirt. This is just what the doctor ordered for the Braves bullpen, who have been taxed over the last week, including that doubleheader yesterday. This should give them a little bit of breathing room, and the pitch to Markakis is fouled away. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate that. And Bone Crusher, go ahead and lay out the schedule for the next few days. What is the Braves schedule after tonight? I have not looked at that yet. Where are we going next? And a quick meeting on the mound has adjourned. So Anderson getting set to deal the 2-1 pitch. There are 2 on, nobody out, and 1 run has already scored in this inning. And here's the pitch to Markakis. Swan is hit well into center field, but it's caught, and that is going to be out number 1. Runners thought about tagging, but return to their bases. So McCann steps in again. It's already his 3rd at bat. I mean, we just keep turning the lineup over and over tonight. And strike 1 to him. McCann fouls it away. And McCann strikes out. There are now 2 outs. And that'll bring up Dansby. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And John the Bone Crusher Wilson has been teasing a call-in show that could precede the game tonight. Or, I'm sorry, could come after the game tonight. Yeah, that too. And this one to Dansby is popped into right field. Hell of a catch by the right fielder. That one almost fell in there and could have been more runs. But as it is, the Braves only put up one run in the fourth inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It is Braves 9, Indians nothing. A-Bomb, we'll be back with you. We are back. Braves up 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. And 0-2 count already on González. All right, Mathcar, yeah. Good deal. Glad you could watch it. And there's out number 1 in the fourth inning for Cleveland. Yeah, Bone Crusher, yeah. Appreciate you having me on your channel, letting me call in. That was cool. I mean, you've got like it's not like, you don't have to call through Facebook or Skype. It is a legit United States 10-digit telephone number, meaning anybody can call in to the show. So we'll point you in that direction a little bit later on as we get to the late stages of this ball game. Right now, we're just in the fourth inning, and the Braves already have 9 runs. Fried pitching a great game so far. Yes, walked a few guys, but only 1 hit allowed so far. So if you're watching ESPN, you see that they're having a big time. Charlie Culberson and Ron Washington are hamming it up for the cameras. Everything's good when you're up by 9 runs, and this ball hit to second base. Ozzie throws him out. There are 2 outs. This is Max Fried's second season in the big leagues, but he's probably still considered a rookie because he only got into a couple of games in 2018. Good question. Math car 1877. So with 2 outs now, Cleveland batter is Perez, and he's 1 for 1 tonight with a single. And it's now a 1-1 count on him. Fried working quickly, and that ball is just a little bit outside. The 2-1 pitch. This one is rifled into right field. That's a base hit. A single for Cleveland with 2 outs. So just the second hit tonight for Cleveland to go with the 3 walks they've drawn. And so Fried now. Here comes pitch number 58 in the game for him. And it is lined into left field. He goes the opposite way for another 2-out hit. So with 2 outs, there are now runners on first and second. Couple of 2-out hits. And that brings up Bowers. I'm sorry, that brings up Naquin. Naquin is up to bat right now. He struck out his last time up. And the pitch to him is a strike. It is 0-1. Thanks to the Bone Crusher, John Wilson, moderating this stream tonight, keeping everything in line in the box. We had another mod for a little bit. We haven't heard from him in a few days. And this pitch is fouled away. It's 0-2. All right, so runners on first and second, 2 out. And an 0-2 pitch due to Naquin. This one's in the dirt. Good stop by McCann. Let us know where you are watching tonight. You know where I am, Metro Atlanta. We know where the Bone Crusher is, Panama City Beach, home of the world's most beautiful beaches. And you can catch all of the beach action and get some great grub at Schooners, the last local beach club. This ball grounded to second. Ozzie Albies over to first. And that takes care of Cleveland in the fourth inning. So, nothing doing for the Indians. We head to the fifth inning. It is the Braves 9, Cleveland nothing. Coast to Coast will return. We are back. It's Matt Joyce. The top of the fifth, Braves up 9-0. And here's the 2-0 pitch. This one's fouled out of play. Babes in bikinis on the beach. Who'd have thunk it? And so it is now 2-2 to Joyce. Anderson still out there for Cleveland. Two-two pitch. This one is popped into right field. Can of corn. Out number one. Now they're talking about bat flip etiquette, like how are you supposed to handle that when you launch a monster home run? Yeah, what's the proper way to bat flip? That's where we are in baseball in 2019, and this pitch is grounded to the second baseman. He flips over to first with the glove all in one motion. That was a nice play, and that's out number two. Nice play by the Cleveland second baseman. And Alex Rodriguez, of course, has lots of thoughts on this. I actually like him as an announcer. I didn't like him as a ball player, and I didn't like all the headlines that came out about him when he was playing, but I actually enjoy him on the announcing end of it. He's got some good insight. So Ozzy Albies is up now. In the top of the fifth, nobody on, 2 out, and it is an 0-2 count on Ozzy. Next pitch is high to him. It's 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on a miss, strike 3. So finally the Braves are retired in an inning where they do not score a single run. So that's okay though, because it's 9-0 good guys. We'll be back. Braves up 9-0, and we're in the bottom of the fifth. Lindor leading off. Top of the order for Cleveland, up in their half of the fifth. Lindor, 143, no home runs, no RBIs on the season. 0-1 pitch to him is grounded to first. Freddie takes the ball himself and jams it over to first. I mean, he ran over there. He's not the fastest guy, but he's got long legs, and he was able to beat out the fleet-footed Lindor. And that's out number 1. My name's A-Bomb. I'm glad you could join me on Easter Sunday to wind down your weekend. And with 1 out, it is now Martin up to bat. He's 0 for 2 today. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs on the year for him. And the Cleveland center fielder is ready for the 1-0 pitch. This one is lofted deep into left, but it's caught on the warning track by Acuna for out number 2. Fried cruising right along. 66 pitches for him in the bottom of the 5th. Very efficient night. And there's the Cleveland middle-aged guy way back in the outfield who plays drums and has done that ever since they played back in Cleveland Municipal Stadium. He's been doing it since he was a young man. They interviewed him on the Braves telecast last night, and he is out there every single night banging the drums. And Ramirez 0 for 1 on the night. Jose. And here comes the 1-1 pitch to him. Thanks everybody for joining us. And there is a ball. It's 1-1. Oopsie. All right. He has walked and struck out, has Ramirez. And a swinging bunt. That one's foul. It's 2-2. All right, so 2 outs, 2-2 count to Jose Ramirez. Fried kicks and fires. That one's high. It's 3-2. Good plate discipline. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. This one is grounded foul. So, the payoff pitch. This one is hit foul. We'll do it again. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Fried. Three-two pitch. This one is hit to Freddie again. He takes it 1 unassisted. I'm sorry, 3 unassisted. And that's the end of the 5th inning. It is all Braves. We are up 9-0 over Cleveland. Coast to Coast will be right back. This is A-Bomb with you. All right, so Donaldson is up there again. 2 home runs, 1 single for him. And it's a 1-2 count. Anderson still in there for Cleveland. This one's outside. It is 9 o'clock on an Easter Sunday evening. Glad you could be with us. 6 o'clock on the West Coast. I'm A-Bomb, and our show is called Coast to Coast. Donaldson, and the 2-2 pitch is inside. Great audience tonight so far. Appreciate everybody who's tuned in and liked and subscribed. Donaldson drives it foul. And big props to John Wilson, the Bone Crusher. And here's the pitch to Donaldson. Oops, they're showing replays. It looked like he hit another home run there for a second, but instead he strikes out on the 3-2 pitch. So he's finally retired for the first time tonight. And the cycle is looking less and less likely, but it's still an outside chance that he could do that. So here's Freddie Freeman. And he has his strike on him. And here's the 0-1 pitch. One is fouled away. It's 0-2 quickly. The Braves' first baseman. He's 1 for 2, single, walk, RBI, and a run scored for Freddie. Oh, 2 pitch is fouled away. Oh, 2 pitch is a little bit high. It's 1-2. And Crusher, let us know if you're ready for that post-game call-in show tonight. Freddie goes down the right field line and into the corner, and he is on second base with a stand-up double. 1 out, runner on second. And he turned on that one and pulled it down the right field line. All right, here we go. It's Acuna. Freddie Freeman on second base with 1 out. And that's a ball to him. Two and 0 to Ronald Acuna Jr. Pitch to Acuna is fouled away. 2-1. We're trying to hit 75 to 80 subs tonight. If we can get up to 80, that would be nice. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one's fouled away. It's 2-2 to Ronald Acuna Jr. All right. Lots of shenanigans going on ESPN. They're not even worth talking about. It's not interesting at all. But, you know, when it's 9-0, they start struggling a little bit. They start showing all kinds of stupid content and people eating sunflower seeds and just whatever. Acuna hits one long and foul. 3-2 still. We won't bring you any of that nonsense here. We're all about the ball here. We're all about the content, the ball, the discussion. And here's the pitch to Acuna. This one is popped into center field. That's going to be easy out. And 2 down for the Braves. Top of the 6th. Braves have a runner at second. And it is coming up to bat none other than wait for it, Nick Markakis. But first, there is a mound conference going on. And we now have a pitching change. So, in the top of the 6th, the Braves are up 9-0. We'll be back to let you know who the next pitcher is right after this. Stick around. Okay, then. Yes, we're back. And there has been a pitching change for Cleveland. Oliver Perez takes the mound. There are 2 outs, and Markakis steps into the box. Runner on second, 2 outs, and the pitch to Markakis is right down Broadway. Juan Diaz, thanks for coming on board. Lindor has not done anything tonight. I don't think he's had a hit. Markakis fouls away the pitch. It's 0-2 on him. Lindor is 0 for 3 tonight. He is 0 for 3. And so here's Markakis with the 0-2 count, and he fouls it away. It's still 0-2. If Markakis reaches, Brian McCann would be next. All right, so the 0-2 pitch to Markakis. This one finds the hole, and the shortstop actually prevents it from going into the outfield and keeping the runner on second from scoring. However, it is an infield hit for Markakis. 2 outs and runners on the corners. Lindor saves the run, keeps the ball on the infield. But that is a hit. Brian McCann steps in and takes ball 1. Runners on the corners, 2 out for B-Mac. Wearing number 16, that's the same number he had when he was a Brave the last time. Pitch to him is right down the middle. Strike 1. Dansby up next if McCann reaches. And McCann slaps it into the hole, and that's a single. Run scores. It is 10-0 Braves. RBI single for B-Mac. Nice. McCann goes the other way with it. Goes the other way and hits it between second and third. I mean, he hit it right in the shortstop position, but since they were playing him on the shift, there was nobody there. There was no shortstop where there would have normally been a shortstop. He beat the shift. And Swanson up there now. That's ball 1 to him. And so here's Dansby. Runners first and second. 2 outs. And it's now 2-0 to Swanson. Here is the 2-0 pitch to Dansby. Strike 1. It's 2-1. All right. Glad to see our mod. He's synced up with my TV. I mean, I'm watching live cable, so you must be right on top of it, because this is not this is not paused or anything. We are coming at you live at 9:14 Eastern on a Sunday night, and it's now 3-1 to Dansby. Strike 2 called. It's full count now to Dansby. Dansby, just 25 years old. Here's the 3-2 pitch to him. It is grounded to third. Long throw over to first, and they just do get him. However, the Braves score a little bit of insurance, and it is now 10-0. Braves up over the Cleveland Indians on Sunday night. A-Bomb with you, and our show is Coast to Coast. We're going to be right back. Braves up 10-0. We're in the bottom of the sixth. A-Bomb back with you. And Fried is still out there. He has a 2-1 count on Santana. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's 3-1. Yeah, man. That is some new music that I picked up. Copyright free. Don't you love it, man? We love to rock up in here. We're a Braves house. We're a rock house. We're all kinds of houses over here. And we are definitely a Max Fried house. Here's the 3-1 pitch from him to Santana. This one is lifted deep into the outfield. However, Enciarte is there on the warning track to pick it up in center field. 1 out. All right, so here we go. 1 out. It is now González batting. He rips one into center field for a base hit. González on first with one out and a single for him. All right, so bottom of the sixth. 80 pitches now thrown by Fried. Not bad at all for the bottom of the sixth, and especially for a youngster like him. And here's the pitch to Cleveland. That is a ball. It's Perez batting. I'm sorry, it's Kipnis at the plate. Kipnis is batting. And he has a 1-0 count on him. It's now a 2-0 count on Kipnis. The Cleveland second baseman. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Fried looks in for the sign. And he is set for the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Kipnis makes contact. And that is going to be, oh, caught and then dropped by Acuna. Oh, man, should have had that one. Could have had it. He did have it. It was in his glove, but it fell out. And that's about the second time this week we've seen a Braves player catch the ball and then have it fall out in the outfield like that. Here's the replay. Acuna had to run a long way for it, and he slid and just slid about a foot too soon. I mean, that one went right into his glove, though. Snow coned it, and then it fell out. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say that he should have had that. I mean, that was a valiant effort, and it was just like that one earlier in the week. Braves had a similar thing happen, and I think it was the center fielder. I can't remember who that was. It might have been Enciarte. However, the Braves are up 10 runs, and so in the long result, at the end result, probably not going to matter. However, there are runners on first and second now with one out. And Cleveland is batting in the bottom of the sixth. And that's a ball. It's a 1-1 count on Cleveland batter Perez. He's 2 for 2 today. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Perez. It's fouled away. It's 1-2. All right, so 1-2 pitch is due to Perez. With one out, runners on first and second, and it's low. It's 2-2. All right, so here comes the 2-2 pitch. Right through there, strike three. Looking and grab some bench. Perez. Nicely done from Fried. And so with 2 outs, runner still on first and second. Fried looks in for the sign. And Bowers ready for the pitch, and it's right through there, strike 1. Bowers 1 for 2 on the night. And here comes the pitch. This one is hit right on a line to Acuna for out number 3. So nothing doing for Cleveland in the bottom of the 6th. We head to the 7th. It is the Braves up 10-0. A-Bomb is my name, and our show is Coast to Coast. We're going to be right back after this. Braves up 10-0 as we head to the top of the 7th. And it's a 2-1 count on Joyce. He's 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs on the year. And he's up there with a 3-1 count. And he takes a walk. Free pass for Joyce. Leadoff walk for the Braves. And that brings up Ender Enciarte. New pitcher on the hill For Cleveland, Dan Otero is on the bump. Ender Inciarte fouls the first one away. He has doubled and scored tonight. And the batting average is back up over 200. He's at 203. And this one is hit into center field, and that's out number 1. On a line, but right to the center fielder. And so Ozzie Albies steps up there, runner on first, 1 out. 284 average, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. He has a single. He has been hit by a pitch, 2 RBIs tonight, and a run scored. A good day in anybody's book. And there's strike 1 to him. Oh, 1 pitch, a little bit high. Thanks to everybody watching tonight. We appreciate it if you would like and subscribe while you're here. Double play ball. That is 6-3 on the double play, and that takes care of the Braves in the 7th inning. So nothing doing for Atlanta. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch in Cleveland. The Braves are up 10-0. This is A-Bomb with you, and Coast to Coast will be right back. Hold everything. There is a review in place. So it looks like Ozzie might have been safe at first. Might have been safe. Let's see. Well, it's definitely worth a look. Call on the field is a double play. Let's see how the replay and the review comes out, however. And in fact, it is not a double play. So, Ozzie is on first with a fielder's choice. There are 2 outs. And here comes the man of the night, Donaldson. 2 home runs and a single. He's 3 for 4, and he's got 4 RBIs, does Donaldson. And he does have 1 career 3-homer game. That came in 2016. And he now has strike 1 on him. Strike 1. So a 1-1 count now on Donaldson. It's a 2-1 count on Donaldson. It's 3-1 to Donaldson. He takes it low. Donaldson swings hard, and this one is fouled just out of play. It's 3-2. So Braves have an off day tomorrow, and then it's Cincinnati and Atlanta coming up, and we know that the Bone Crusher will have some of that for you on John Wilson's channel. And this one, again, fouled, and a good battle going on between Donaldson and Otero. And I keep having to mess with the scoreboard all of a sudden. Everything was great for a while. All right. Another foul. Still 3-2 on Donaldson. And we'll get all the graphics straightened out before the next game. Right now it might look a little funky, but just bear with us. Anybody just listening on the road, you don't even know what I'm talking about, but a little trouble with the graphics tonight. And there is ball 4 to Donaldson. So after that double play that we thought ended the inning, instead it was just 1 out. And so Donaldson on base, runners on first and second, and that brings up Freddie Freeman with 2 out. And the inning has been extended after that challenge. Strike 1 to Freddie. Freddie tonight, double, single, a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Great night for him, and he takes ball 1. It's 1-1 on Freeman. This game being brought to you tonight by TreasureHunt.ga. And Freddie Freeman hits one in right field for a base hit. Is the runner going to score? Yes, he will score. RBI for Freddie. It's 11-0 Atlanta in the top of the 7th. So we thought the double play ended the inning. Instead, it was not a double play. It was challenged. And as a result, the Braves add some Aflac insurance. And good challenge from Snicker leads to the insurance run. And so here's Acuna up there with 2 outs, runners on first and second, and he takes ball 1. Acuna fouls it away. It's 1-1. All right, so Acuna up there. It's a 1-1 count. The pitch to him is hit into right field. He goes the other way. It's a base hit. And the runner's held at third, so the bases are loaded with 2 outs in the top of the 7th, and Markakis is due up. All right, so here we go with Markakis. Bases loaded, chance for him to put a couple of runs on the board. And ball 1-2, Markakis. And Markakis puts into the play, into the outfield, and the left fielder camps under it, and that's out number 3. However, the Braves add an insurance run. It's time to stretch in Cleveland. The Braves up 11-0 over the Indians. We're going to be right back after this. Let's rock out. (11-0) Braves, bottom of the 7th. That's where we are now. Game brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. Go there and click on Sports Fans. And these nationally televised games, they get commercial time extra over what you get when you're watching your local Fox Sports whatever. I was reading about that the other day. they add another 45 seconds worth of commercials when it's an ESPN nationally televised game versus when you're watching in your local markets. And that's unfortunate. And it's now an 0-1 count on the Cleveland batter. Max Fried still in there in the bottom of the 7th. He's pitched a gem, giving up no runs. Only 5 hits. And now it's a 1-2 count on the Cleveland batter, Naquin. NyQuil. We'll just call him NyQuil for the rest of the night. And here's the 1-2 pitch to him. It's strike 3, swinging. Grab some bench, young man. And that's another strikeout for Fried, his 6th tonight. Hope we're not overdoing the microphone. And so 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Fried looking good in his national debut, his national TV coming out party. Bowers batting, and that one is fouled away. I'm sorry, Lindor is up to bat. Lindor is batting now. And Lindor is 0 for 3 on the night. You know, a lot of people wondering when he's going to get going here. Pitch is outside. Max Fried was a big fan of Sandy Koufax as a kid, and of course, Fried is only 25 years old. How could he be a fan of Koufax? Well, he studied him on YouTube and got to know his moves there. I mean, Sandy Koufax, that's a really old name. Koufax is still alive and still with us. And this pitch by Cleveland is launched out of the ballpark, and that is a solo blast for Cleveland. It's 11-1. And that's Lindor. We said, when is he going to get going? Well, he just got going. That's his first home run this year after hitting 38 last year. So Cleveland pulls to within 10 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And with just 1 out, that is pitch number 100 on the night for Fried. So we know his time is running out. And there is a base hit into center field. That is a single on pitch number 101. And will we have a pitching change anytime soon here? And yes, we will. That's the end of the night for Max Fried. Biddle is coming into the ball game. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Braves are up 11-1, and we'll be right back after this pitching change, brought to you by Verizon Wireless. Methcar is going to the Rockies game at SunTrust Park in Atlanta on Friday. Way to go. Wish I could make it, man. I got to work Friday. And here's the pitch. Driven deep into center, but it is caught. And that is out number 2. And we're back. And we're in the bottom of the 7th. And that is now 2 outs. The Cleveland batter, whoever that was, they weren't even showing the game. They were showing this Terry Francona special talking about his dad and Hank Aaron. And where are you from again, Mathcar? 6 hours away. Where are you from? And let us know. And so here's Santana up to bat. He takes a strike. And Biddle has come in and gotten 1 out. And now he's trying to retire the side. This pitch is outside. Eastern North Carolina, yes. And so if SunTrust is 6 hours away, how far away is the Washington Nationals? They're probably the other stadium that's the closest to you after Atlanta. I live in Metro Atlanta, so if I got in my car right now and drove to the Braves ballpark at this time of night on a Sunday night where there's no traffic, I could be there in half an hour. However, like during normal traffic times, it would take me at least 45 minutes to get there. And we just had a base on balls. So runners on first and second for Cleveland. There are 2 out. Atlanta up 10 at this point. Pitch to Martin, a little bit outside. It's 1-0 on him, and here's the 1-0 pitch. This one is hit, and it is in for a base hit. Run scores. There are 2 outs, and it's 11-2. It is 11-2. So Cleveland down by 9 runs. Runners on the corners, 2 out. And we saw the Braves making a possible comeback last night. Let's hope we do not allow the same thing to Cleveland. All right, well, hope you have a great trip, Mathcar 1877, down to Atlanta. And make sure to let us know how your experience was after you go to the game. So this ball is put into play, and this looks like to be out number 3, and it is. Enciarte squeezes it for the putout. Cleveland scores 2. We go to the 8th inning. It is the Braves 11. It is the Indians 2. 11-2. We'll be back right after this and these important messages From coast to coast, my name's A-Bomb, BRB. And we are back, top of the 8th inning. It's Brian McCann batting for the Braves. Adam Sinber. He's the pitcher for Cleveland. And the 0-1 to McCann. And he's a submariner. This one is hit to second. Throw over to first, and he's out. McCann retired. Simber, a submariner, up there in the 8th inning for Cleveland. And here's Dansby. Swan. Base hit to left field. He grounds that one just past the shortstop and into left field for a base hit. One out, top of the 8th, and Dansby is on base. Not many Indians fans left in Progressive Field on this Sunday night. We're just past 10 o'clock. It is officially 10:01 Eastern Time, 7:01 on the West Coast. I'm A-Bomb. I am so happy to be with you on this Sunday night, this Easter Sunday night. And the Braves up big time, 11-2 over Cleveland. And there is a ball to Joyce. Matt Joyce batting, and there's a 1-1 count on him. Strike two. Braves off tomorrow, and then on Tuesday, it is Braves Reds. And we're pretty sure John Wilson, the Bone Crusher, will have that game for you on Tuesday. Pitch to Joyce is popped into left field. Great running catch from the left fielder. That one almost fell in as a duck snort. However, there are now 2 outs in the Braves' half of the 8th. Methcar 1877. Yeah, we hope, again, we hope you have a great trip into Atlanta. Hope the Rockies and Braves game is a good one for you. Ender NCRT up with 2 outs and a runner on first base, and he fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1 on Ender. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swan is put in play into center field. And that's out number 3 in the top of the 8th. So the Braves are retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Atlanta 11, Cleveland 2. It is all Braves. We're going to be right back on Coast to Coast. All right, so we're back, and somebody hit a home run for Cleveland. And it's now 11-3. Atlanta up by 8. We're in the bottom of the 8th. And it's now 1-1. Tomlin on the hill for Atlanta now. Oh, yeah. We're going to get rid of that real quick. We haven't seen much spam lately, but there we go. As soon as I can get a hold of that one. And here's the 1-2 pitch. This one is fouled away. There we go. Finally got rid of that spam. And Bowers up there with the 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. It's a little bit low. It's 2-2 to Bowers. We are in the bottom of the 8th. Tomlin is on the hill for Atlanta. It's 2-2 pitch. Oh, it was inside, but called strike 3. We'll take it. Bada bing, bada boom. However, that was another one of those bad pitches that should not have been a strikeout. We saw how it looked on the strike zone graphic laser cam, and it was not a strike, but we'll take that. We will take it. So we're over the 3-hour mark on a Sunday night. Thank everybody. Thank you to everybody who has stuck around with us from the first pitch. We're on the bottom of the 8th. Atlanta is up 11-3. And Tomlin getting set to deliver an 0-1 pitch. It's called strike 2. And there are so few people in the stadium now, you can hear individual fans yelling and calling out the umpires for their bad calls. All right, and this one grounded over to first base. Freddie Freeman tosses it Tomlin, and that's out number 2. Bottom of the 8th, 2 outs. Cleveland has scored 1 run in this inning. They're down by 8. And thanks to all who are on board with us right now, go ahead and like and subscribe. We're trying to get to 80 subs tonight. So if you want to be part of history, hit that button, please. Thank you. And Max Moroff, the shortstop, is batting for Cleveland right now. This one is pop foul, out of play. Count is 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Here comes the 0-2. It's low. It's 1-2. Last time the Indians won the World Series was in 1948. They tried to win it against the Braves in 1995, but the Braves pulled it out. And so the bottom of the 8th is over. We now go to the top of the 9th inning. The Braves are up by 8 runs. It's 11-3. I'm A-Bomb, and Coast to Coast is my show. It will be right back after this. We are back. 11-3. That is our score. Braves are up 8 runs over Cleveland. And Ozzie Albies batting. He has a 0-2 count. And we've got 8 viewers. Great to have that so late in this ball game. Appreciate everybody with us. Top of the ninth inning. Atlanta 11, Cleveland 3, and the count on Ozzie is now 1-2. We're trying to hit 80 subs, so any help with that would be greatly appreciated. It's now 2-2. Here's a 2-2 pitch. This one is grounded to the second baseman. Throw over to first. Just in time, Ozzie Albies is retired. 1 out in the top of the ninth. Bone Crusher will have the game for you on Tuesday against the Reds. He'll have that one for you on his channel. You see John Wilson over there in the box. That is the Bone Crusher. And Charlie Culberson, who looks exactly like Dansby, is up. But as we talked about earlier, if you really want to try to tell them apart, Culberson has just a little bit of a mullet going on in the back, where Dansby is clean in the neck. And it is a 2-2 count now on Culberson. And there's the grounder over to third base, throwing to first in time. And Kevin Plawecki records out number 2. And this is a position player in here. This is not a pitcher up for Cleveland. This is one of their, second basemen. Let's see who this guy is. Camargo, however, pops it up. And that is going to do it. And so it's a 1-2-3 inning. Plawecki, we're going to look him up. He is not a pitcher. He is a position guy that came up there and got a 1-2-3 inning. And John Wilson says no call-in show tonight. That's fine. We get that. How about Kevin Plawecki, however? Let's look him up because he is not a pitcher for Cleveland. You could tell he was throwing like batting practice up there. However, he got a 1-2-3 inning. He's a catcher, yeah. Okay, Kevin Plawecki is a catcher for Cleveland. He just came in there and pitched a 1-2-3 inning. How about that? And so we're in the middle of the ninth. We're going to be right back with the final conclusion of this ball game right after this. Thanks for being here. My name is A-Bomb. Our show is Coast to Coast. And here's some rock for you as we get ready for the bottom of the ninth. We are in the bottom of the ninth. And the Braves are up 8. It's 11-3. Tomlin still out there. So we're in the bottom of the ninth. Nobody on, nobody out. Tomlin pitches, and that is strike 2. Strike 2 to Martin. It's a 1-2 count on him. No call and show tonight, as John the Bone Crusher Wilson has announced. However, we know he's going to have some of the Cincinnati Reds action coming up for you later in the week. And pitch is hit into right field for a base hit. Cleveland has their leadoff man out. Leadoff on in the top of the ninth. I'm sorry, in the bottom of the ninth, Cleveland has their leadoff guy on. This game has been brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. Go there and click on Sports Fans, and you will find plenty of great deals on all your sports merch. Tomlin deals. Swan is right through there. It's 0-2. So Mike Freeman is up there. .250 batting average on the year. No home runs. And the 0-2 pitch to him. Inside. It's 1-2. Nobody on. 1-2 pitch. Low. It is 2-2. Come on now. Let's wrap this thing up, Bravos. Tomlin with a big chaw in his mouth. Stretches and fires. Strike 3. Sit down. That is one out in the bottom of the ninth. All right, so here we go. Bottom of the ninth. Atlanta up 11-3. And here's the pitch. It is called a strike. And who is up to bat? It is some really big fat guy for Cleveland. Who is that? Carlos Santana. I mean, we won't call him fat. He's just a big dude. .385 batting average, 1 home run. And an 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Swan is launched into center field, but it's playable. Ender catches it, and that is 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for Cleveland. And González coming up. Last chance saloon in Cleveland. It is Sunday Night Baseball on a national stage. Braves have the chance to wrap it up here with this batter. And the first pitch is fouled away. It's strike 1. Tomlin with the 0-1 count. Tomlin getting set for the 0-1 pitch. Here it is. This one is grounded to short. Dansby over to first and not in time. And so that is an infield hit. There are now 2 runners on with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. So let's see who's coming up next. It's Kipnis coming up. Stepping into the batter's box. And here he is. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Atlanta up 11-3. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. One pitch is low. It's 1-1. My voice is about to give out. Let's get this game over with right now. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swan is hit into center, and it drops in. Duck snort. Martin Prado. I'm sorry. Martin comes in to score, not Martin Prado. However, this game is still alive. It's 11-5. Inciarte airmailed that ball all the way from center field into the cheap seats. And so that ball went into the stands on a throw from the outfield. You rarely see that. Somehow, Enter Inciarte airmailed that ball. And it actually didn't go into the cheap seats. It went into the Cleveland dugout. And so all runners were able to advance 1 extra base. So it's 11-5, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, runner on third. And Perez up there, and he takes strike 1. My voice is almost toast. Fouled away. It's 0-2. So Perez up there with an 0-2 count. 2 outs, runner on third. Bottom of the 9th, it's high. It's 1-2. And here we go with the 1-2 pitch. Way outside. It's 2-2. And we will stay with you through the bottom of the 9th, whatever it takes. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Braves win. Braves win the series. Braves almost did not win the series if they did not come back and win that game last night in the nightcap of the doubleheader. And then they win Game 3 on Sunday. So it's a final score from Cleveland. It is the Braves 11. It is the Indians 5. We are so glad that everybody could join us tonight. And since I'm kind of played out for the weekend, I'm going to go ahead and get done and get out of here on a Sunday night. So I want to thank MathCar1877. Thanks for being here, brother, and hope you have a good trip to Atlanta for that Rockies game. The Bone Crusher in here. Juan Diaz. Juan. Everybody else. Zane Myers. All the people who joined us tonight. So glad you could be with us on this Easter Sunday. Final score. It was Atlanta 11. It was Cleveland 5. Braves win the series. Have the day off tomorrow and then resume play on Tuesday against another team from Ohio, the Cincinnati Reds. So long from Metro Atlanta. A-Bomb is out of here on a Sunday night. Peace in the Middle East.